start with the big wad of cash you've just thrown down on the table? Is this to share with the room, or what's the money representing?
Oh man, it represents a couple of things. It's a part of my outfit for one.
Okay.
Two, it's not really much, you know. It's only 60,000, not much. Cash isn't, and they say cash is trash, so it's not really anything. But for me, it's a motivation. It lets me know exactly what I'm looking for, and lets me know that this is what I'm aiming for every time I go to fight. One of these, you know. And I want to start taking where I think I got like 8, 9 of these where I'm gonna start putting them in my photos. You know, what is it? A shadow box?
Yeah.
Put your shorts in a little stack and put them all around my house. You know. So it's really motivation for me to let me know and fighters know that this is what I do it for. You guys be trying to just get the W. I'm trying to get more than that. I'm trying to show an impact, you know? I'm impacting. You guys are doing it like just to get by. Nuh-uh. My shit's gonna be timeless. They're gonna say, I got the fight of the night, I got the fight of the month. I'm gonna keep it going, you know? And I think it's number 9 for me. I lost count, but just keep them coming, you know? And so I think a lot of fighters lose sight of what it is we're doing. I'm trying to build a catalog of fights that you can go, man, I love watching this guy's fights. You got a catalog of fucking just dope-ass shit, you know?
I love it. I believe this is the last time we as the media will be talking to Bobby Green. And next time out, it'll be just King.
Man, y'all got that. I didn't even know. Yeah, like people thought I was going to retire. I'm not retiring. I'm retiring Bobby Green. I was going to do this a couple years ago, but I was fighting child cases, you know, with my baby mamas and stuff. They all want to take me for child support, even though I support my kids, but sometimes it get like that with women. It is what it is. I was just trying to do something different, rebrand myself, let everybody know that what I'm doing here is like, why not? I woke up today and I'm like, I've done everything I really want to do. Why not change my name? Who else wakes up and says, hey, today I'm going to change my name, you know? Fuck it, let's do something different. You know, I'm totally different from all the other guys on the lineup, and that's one thing I'm setting myself aside. Ever since I was like a little kid, I never wanted to be like you guys. You know, when y'all go left, I'm going to go right. When y'all go right, I'll go left. Everybody told me my style wouldn't work. Everybody told me this is different and that. Yeah, I do everything different from y'all.
Yeah. Have you spoke to Bruce Buffer about how he's going to announce King? I mean, that might be a challenge for him.
That is going to be weird, you know what I mean? That is going to be weird. I'm going to see it myself, but he's a talented gentleman, and I know he'll take care of it.
Yeah. What do we think of Jared Gordon? His performance against Paddy Pimblett is the one that got most people talking. I don't know if you saw that fight. People think he won. And he told us earlier that the UFC were going to treat him like he won, and that's why he's fighting you, an opponent ahead of him. What do you think of his style? Obviously, it's nowhere near the same as yours, but what do you think of him as a fighter?
Tough kid, you know, tough kid. He doesn't go in there and fight. We've been crossing paths for so many different fights where I'm like, I can't look at him like, he might be coming down my way, you know? Hey, I've been talking to my coach, and I'm like, Sam, I don't know, I see him coming somewhere on my way. But then he went down to 45, so I was like, all right, I'll let it go. But then he came back up, so God brought us together, and we're crossing paths now.
Do you think he got robbed in the Paddy fight?
I do. But again, it goes back to my point. About this, is you're winning a great fight, and then all of a sudden he took the third round to go, I'm going to just hug and hold and just be safe and just win that way. Nuh-uh. See, I'm trying to get these. I'm trying to keep these coming. And if you're doing that, it's not going to happen that way. And a lot of fighters make those decisions where I feel like the industry's getting watered down, where all of a sudden we get these guys. Before we had killers that went in and tried to fight and do this certain thing. All of a sudden now these guys want to be like, they want to be like more wrestler based and more, it's just safe, and it's not like a fight anymore. It's like a match. Yeah. I'm like, who wants to see a match? I want to bring it where I still keep that classic look where you're like, oh God, these guys are fighting. This came to be a fight where it's Nate is my homie. He's one person like, nah, bro, this is a fucking fight. Your squad against my squad. What's up? And we not cool till after the fight, you know? We ain't got to shake hands. We ain't got to be cool or nothing until after fight. If you want to be cool, if not, fuck it, we can keep this shit going and we'll fight in the background. You know what I mean? We'll fight when we see each other again. It's a me versus you, my family versus your family.
Yeah, I was going to ask you now about Nate because I saw you post on Instagram that you guys were hanging out again. Are you going to be helping him out for the Jake Paul fight? How excited are you for that one, and what do you think he's going to look like out there?
Yeah. We're going to do our thing. I went down there and trained with him for a few weeks. Dope guy, dope. And with the whole Jake Paul fight stuff, like, everyone believes that because Jake is bigger, that he's going to have the advantage with the size. Jake got one tool. He going to duck his head like this and do this. Amateur-ass boxing, And it takes more than that, It takes more than that. So all we got to do is worry about a stupid right hand. When it comes to boxing, he really don't got that boxing like that. And as the rounds go later, it go more and more in our favor, And another thing you guys don't realize is Nate can hit, I've been winning some rounds with him. Next, pow! I'm like, oh, shit. How it goes sometimes. Look how when he hit Leon, had him on skates. So y'all don't really understand his power, too. The kid's got power. Wait till you let him put that size on. He's going to have some power, too. And I don't know. I think we might sleep Jake, be honest.
Yeah, a lot's made of like Nate's actual boxing ability, right? Because MMA is a bit different. You got to work on different ranges and stuff. But everyone says, well, if you watch Nate just spar boxing, he's actually really, really good. I mean, Andre Ward's giving him props and everything. You've seen him in the gym. What's he like with just his hands?
That's a great thing to bring up. Is I feel like for MMA, like a lot of times they got dropped sometimes in their fights. But what they do is they'll go like this, and this works in boxing. That works for boxing where I can shield up and the big glove will protect more. In the MMA, they slide through, they still get around. And so I think that their style is even better for boxing, And so he'll do way better. I don't think Jay's getting past 6 rounds. I bet at round 6, he goes down.
Put that money on it.
I'll put my money on it.
Hey, Bobby. Obviously you've been in the game for a long time, man, but did you learn anything from your last fight against Drew Dober?
Did I learn anything? Possibly. I realized that most of you guys want to push me against the cage, and that's probably what Jared Gordon's game plan is. We're fighting in a small cage. I wish I would have had the bigger cage, the audience, and to be able to do what I do, but I noticed that and I learned that part. But besides that, bro, be honest, the past is the past, and I wake up the next day and I didn't forgot about the past. I got almost 50 fights, bro. And sometimes in this industry, I already accepted in my head was, hey, at some point in time, you're going to go down on your shield. If you didn't fought this long with this many guys at this level, sooner or later you're going down on your shield, and you better be okay and know this is part of the game. Some game you're going to have a game where you got out there and the motherfucker threw a Hail Mary. It's just what it is. He threw a Hail Mary and, hey, the guy caught the ball. We'll go home, but we know who we are. We know we the champs, and it's okay. It's okay. He can have that one. I'm happy for Drew. He's a great guy. If any guy I can lose to, that guy is got fucking, he's class. He's a class act. So that is what it is. But at the same time, like, my thing is this. One of my favorite fighters used to be Rashad Evans. When Shad was first coming up, he'd stand in there with you, bang with you, wrestle with you, do it all. And he lost to me, Lyoto. After he lost to Lyoto, it changed his style completely. Where now all he wanted to do is just wrestle, and he changed to what I'm talking about now, that industry where it's safe matches. I don't want to ever do that with my public, where like, bro, you used to be that. You was that guy. Now you fight nothing like you used to. I'm not going to change a bit. And I hope you don't think that scared me or deterred me from what I do. I'm going to keep this going, hands down, in your face. Let's fucking go.
Speaking of the past, you got some backlash for your comments against about the Russians and the Dagestans. I was wondering if you heard Dan Hooker's accusation with Islam and the IV.
Why are you trying to get me to go there? You trying to get me killed, huh? You trying to get me to talk that shit? So I didn't know. Since you're gonna make me do it. You're gonna make me do it. I didn't know because I don't really know about the drug shit. But Joe Rogan said the what the fuck is the bags? What is the IV bags? I guess they use that to flush PEDs. So now it's like, yeah, that's a little interesting. Now he used an IV bag. What did he use the IV bag for? I don't know. You tell me. And so the speculations just keep going. And somebody else called them Bobby Green theories, so leave it as another theory.
Speaking of Dan Hooker, do you still want that fight?
Yeah, me and Hooker can get it. You know what I mean? Hooker can get it. I fuck with Izzy, and I don't want to fuck with his team and take them from his team, but I do think we have a potential for another fight at night. I'm trying to leave legacy around, leave a whole catalog of fucking dope-ass fights, and I think Hooker would be a dope one.
Two last ones for me. With you changing your name to King, what's your nickname going to be?
There is no nickname, brother. I'm just me. You know, I'm just me. Like a nickname is an alter ego, you know? Like you're this when you're there. Now I'm this all the time. I'm me who I am, and I'm not trying to change that. And this is what it is. I'm just going to be me.
And your head tattoo, did that hurt?
My head tattoo? Oh, fuck. This was the worst one of all. I thought my eyelids was going to hurt. I got, God bless, with my eyelids. I thought that was going to be my worst. But the head one, 28 hours, you know, didn't have to go get it redone. This shit was fucking hell, especially when you smoke weed too, it make it worse. This shit intensifies the pain. You feel it more. Like, oh, fuck. I felt it in my legs. I felt it in my hands. I'm like, how do I feel in my hands? It hurt in my hand.
You regret it at all, or?
Do I regret it? No. I'm the only black guy you gonna see with a tattoo on his head. I keep telling you I'm different. Let them guys be the normal guys. Y'all could be normal. I'm me. I'm that guy. I'm me. I'm not trying to, like, I used to get so jealous of guys that were coming up in the industry, like, you know, just popping up and they're stars already, you know, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm at that point where, like, I'm just me, and I'm gonna, if you know it and you recognize it, you see it, you go, oh, I like that guy, you know? I'm doing it for those guys, you know? The real recognize the real. Besides that, like, everybody got their own journey. Like, I used to be mad at Sean O'Malley, like, you haven't earned it. You haven't earned it, you know? Now he fought Jan. I'm like, okay, you earned it now, kid. We give you your respect. Patty, you still ain't earned it. But those guys come up and feel like they're the guy. The Rosas kid was talking trash, and I'm like, listen, kid, you just got here. Slow down. Show some little be humble. You know what I mean? Show, like, hey, hold up. You got to earn that shit a little bit more before you could try to blow shoulders around here. I'm almost 50 fights in, brother. Jorge, he just quit at 52. I don't know nobody else right now doing it like me. You know what I mean? Still consistently 3 fights a year. Still busting them out, fight of the night. Like, me and Kevin got into a little spat, and I'm like, listen, brother, I'm you. Like, Kevin set the record last year for 11. I think I had 9. One of the fights, I was supposed to fight Jim Miller. I passed out after weigh-ins, or so I would have fought that fight. That would have been 10. And I had the stupid USADA bullshit with DHEA from fucking Walmart. I didn't know you could get some shit from Walmart that'll get you banned. Not even behind the counter shit, you know? On the fucking vitamin section. So I would be right there tied with the young kids. Like, he just got here a couple years ago. I've been in this bitch almost 15 years. Still be consistent like me. Those guys at my age, like, I talked to Chelsea, and he's like, man, yeah, no, I want to be like that. Nah, Chelsea, you've been popping one a year, yeah. But he kept saying, injuries. Yeah, I know. I fought Dober. My hand, I got cleared the week before the fight. Literally the week before the fight. I didn't know how it was going to hold up. I didn't know how I was going to be, but I knew I was going in there to fight. That's all I knew. And I had to run just more southpaw because this hand was busted, so I had to bust him up with this one more, and I had to keep this one a little bit behind, you know? I couldn't hit exactly how I want to hit, and it is what it is. I still take chances. No matter what, the opportunity comes, I'm going to take it.
Thanks, Bobby.
I know you said you don't have a nickname, so I just worked on a few for you.
Oh,
since you brought some cash, you said it's gonna be part of the outfit. King 60 G's, baby, green.
Oh my God.
Or King bling bling bling, green. Or my last one and maybe favorite one, King smoking and bringing the green. Yeah, there you go. Those are all options. You
Those
can take
are
any.
all horrible. Okay, you should stick to your job. Okay, stick to what you do. Let me do the cool shit. You stick to what you do. Okay, that shit was horrible. At least it's 50. You said 60. I'm like, nah. I mean, that's just some extra money from extra stuff. People owe me some money. They threw me some money in there. I'm like, cool. You know, this is my side money.
Don't they say cash is king? Cash is king.
Hey, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Now that's pretty dope. But nah, brother, it's just gonna be King. I'm not really trying to I don't even really want a fight name or have a nickname or anything like that. It's just King. And it's really purpose to show people that you gotta understand, I came from foster care. I didn't have a mom, didn't have a dad, been in 50 different homes. I was homeless for a second, sleeping on different people's couches and blah, blah, blah. And I was just wanting to show people that you can go from being homeless, being a peasant, to being a king, And I don't want to be cocky like, oh, you're the king. Not the king. I'm a king, I'm a king. I built this shit myself off of hard work because all of us go through some things, And we all think like, oh, poor me. Like, oh, my life was hard. Yeah, well, somebody else had a hard life too. Suck that shit up and you can do it. And so I'm trying to be that light for someone else to go, hey, I could do it, Bobby Green did it, and he had it pretty fucking bad. If he could do it, I could do it.
That's a good mic drop in right there.
Let me try one. Money Green. Money Green. You got the green last name?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. He didn't put King in there at all. It's like, maybe he forgot his King.
I'll put the King when we need to. But Bobby, you've always been you're an MMA original, a UFC original. I haven't seen the drip as much before. What was the turning point to where you really wanted to not just vocally express it, but with your style, with your art?
You gotta understand, I'm a poor kid from San Bernardino. I try to impact the kids like me. And to be honest, when I was a kid, I was looking at the rap videos. I look at the rappers like, man, those guys look cool, Those guys is dope. I want to have the stack of cash and be rapping and be having girls all in the back and then they got the chains, I see kids now and they go, hey, are you a rapper? I'm like, nah. I punch people for money. You could be like me, And they're like, what? And so it's just another way from being from the hood. This is what we do. This is where we from and this is what they respect. Because I could be like, let's just, I don't know, coming in. I can be a regular kid just wearing regular stuff and have money in the bank. But that doesn't make that person, like, they go, well, where's your stuff? Like, where we're from. They're looking at you like, they look at you and go, well, it don't add up. So where I'm from, the look is the look, To us, this is a medallion, I never needed a title. This is my medallion through the hood. You know what I mean? I'm wearing this through the streets and niggas like, hey, he that nigga. And that's what's more important to me than any title. When I can run through my streets and people know, hey, that's that nigga. And it's just more so like that's how we look at it from the streets. It's like, man, if I wore a title around, I'd be like, oh, what is that guy doing, What is that guy doing running around with that stupid belt around him, But when you look like this, they go, some kid go, man, can I be like you? Hey, wait, what do you do? Come over here to the gym. Come to the gym. I'll teach you how to do this, I'll teach you how to do this shit. I know how to do all this shit. Teach you how to wrestle. I'll teach you how to do some jits. I'll teach you how to box and everything. So come on, let's do this. We can get this money together.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Good luck on Saturday.
You. Hey, let's go.
King, I got a question. I grew up in foster care as well in New Jersey, so I can relate. What I've noticed about you and what I like about you is you know how to spot the most peculiar imperfections, even in the most beautiful of masterpieces. Have you spotted the imperfections in your upcoming opponent?
Interesting. That's a beautiful comment, bro. I appreciate that. In life, we have to enjoy everything you get. That's what foster care taught me, and especially fighting taught me that too. It's like, man, when you got to cut weight and you got to starve yourself, you can enjoy food. You enjoy every drink of water you get, It's a blessing. Now, when it comes to the fight, I enjoy every moment of it. And it's an audible to me, You let me know when you're taking a picture, you know what I mean? But yeah. Enjoying every moment, and exposing the weaknesses, like, that all comes through. Like, I can see things on a video screen and see the videos of other fighters he fought, but that doesn't mean I'm going to fight that way, and that doesn't mean he's going to fight me that way. I'm a guy that sees it on the moment, on the fly. I like to call it like a quarterback. I'm in there and I'm like, like what the game plan may have been, oh, we're gonna wrestle this kid, we're gonna do like this, but I might call it all the way, coach. You know, like there's been times where we actually argue, me and Sam. He'll be telling me, hey, fucking move, get out of there, you know? I don't want you in the pocket like that. I'm like, coach, I got it. Ping, ping, ping. No, I got it, coach. Ping, ping, ping. No, he's ping, ping, ping. We come back to the court, he's like, I need you to move your feet more. I'm like, coach, no, he's getting tired. I got it, watch. You know? And sometimes it pays off, and sometimes he's fucking right. And we go back and go, man, you were fucking right. I need to move my feet more. You were right, coach.
Thank you.
All good?
Hey.